Shout out to B4.
I wanna run my fingers through your hair. Say what's on my mind. What's on my mind? Hold your body close to me until the end of time. I'm thinking of you. I really want you. I really want you, baby. I really want you. I really want you. Your brown eyes, your lovely skin, your beauty run deep outside and in. Oh yeah, you're sweet as honey. Want you more than money. This feeling, girl, I just can't explain. They don't walk through the way you do. Let me take you by the hand, and I wanna run my fingers through your hair. Say what's on my mind. What's on my mind? Hold your body close to me until the end of time. I'm thinking of you. I really want you. I really want you, baby. I really want you. I really want you. Sexy body, make me your hobby. 'Cause I need you every day. Yeah, yeah. As far as I can see, I need you here with me. Don't you ever go away. 'Cause I wanna run my fingers through your hair. Say what's on my mind. What's on my mind? Hold your body close to me until the end of time. I'm thinking of you. I really want you. I really want you, baby. I really want you. I really want you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say you all up in my head, dancing on my brain. You want me and I want you. I give you everything. Better than that, how about this? You can have my heart. My cards on the table. I choose you from the start. I can tell that you want me when I look into your eyes. That walk in them scenes, it keep me hypnotized. When I'm with you, it's pleasure. When I'm waiting for you, it's pain. Let's keep it G. Let's get together, baby girl. Let's do this thing. I wanna run my fingers through your hair and say what's on my mind. And hold your body close to me until the end of time. I'm thinking of you. I really want you. I really want you, baby. I really want you. I really want you.
What it do, people? What it do, people? It's what KR. It's just our opinion podcast. You already know. Real brothers telling real things, doing real things. Broadcasting live and direct out of Winona, Texas. Winona, Texas. On the other side of Tyler. Pretty pleasant little town. You know what I'm saying? The weather been pretty overcast today. And had a little couple of showers and thunderstorms and stuff. Kind of messed up the signal as far as the Wi-Fi is concerned, because you know it be that way sometimes. You know, if you know how the weather works, you know, as far as you know, electricity being in the air for thunderstorms and stuff like that. You know, it kind of like throw the signal off. Well, without further ado, my brother Dar Prince in his house. What's up, bro?
What up, bro?
Man, what the hell you doing? Walking the streets of Compton? I mean, Tupelo?
Nah, I gotta go get my goddamn wallet right now. I left it over my homeboy spot. Got all about it.
Oh no, man.
Fell over in the back seat because I'm sitting in the back. But everything's all in all. What's our time?
Oh, we got the topic. Oh, bro, you done froze up because you're moving around, so I know that was gonna pretty much happen. Yeah, you gonna be moving around like that. You said what the topic is?
Yeah.
Oh, the topic is getting messed over and not knowing it, and not know it. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just getting scammed. I mean, it could be anything. Oh, he done zapped out. Yeah, signal. I already knew that was coming. Yeah, one thing about it, when you on live like that, you gotta stay stationary. And sometimes it don't even be all that good stationary, especially being in certain areas. It can be a little doozy, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he'll be back in, you know what I'm saying? Hope you find your wallet, bro. For real. You know, so hope everything's still intact on top of that. Because I mean, man, we living in a wild west world full of ignorance, stupidity, envy, and everything ungodly. You know, I mean, I hate to say that, but it's just the way it is. You know, you gotta think about it, man. People living lives real strange and weird as hell nowadays, and thinking that something's wrong with you, but not going along with what they got sawed up. I can't do it. I'm sorry. You know, if I come in this world the way the Most High made me, and that's to be a man, that's just who the hell I am, a man. I'm not trying to be no woman. I ain't trying to be no dog, no cat, no wasp, no mosquito, no flea, or nothing. Goddamn, I'm trying to be. I ain't gonna say I'm trying to be. I'm going to be how He made me, and that is a man. You know, I mean, I get all the little scenarios. Let's see what bro say. I'll be back shortly, bro. Okay, he just sent me a message letting me know if y'all heard the little Apple ting. He told me he's gonna be back in a minute. Trying to get on over there to get his wallet. But anyway, yeah, you know, I mean, I really don't care how people live their lives, but it really bothers me to a certain degree to know that people don't really want to be how God created them to be. And that's a spell for disaster, to be honest with you. But bro was asking me what the topic was tonight, and the topic is getting messed over and not know it. And as well as music brought us together, or did it separate us? In the news, of course. Well, this was kind of rough on this topic, you know. But I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up there because I couldn't think of nothing else right now. But getting messed over and not knowing it is basically like, you know, a person can lead you to the valley of the shadow of death and you not know it. because a lot of times, even as oppressed people that we are, black people, what I'm talking about, you know, a lot of times we find ourselves trying to end everything to make our lives better. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get these degrees in college, you know what I'm saying, to become doctors, lawyers, you know what I'm saying, teachers, or whatever the case may be. And then a lot of times people just going to college just be going to sit on these degrees because a lot of times they just want to say, yeah, I accomplished something, so people can say congratulations and give them a high five for all of that. But as black people, what we don't really understand is that we can't live our lives by a piece of paper. We have to learn how to create again, because that was our main engine as a culture at one particular time. And what I mean by that is, it's okay. You go get your little degree. I understand. Okay. I'm not hating. That's one thing I don't do. I don't hate. I congratulate, if anything. But when people put themselves in a position for going to get these degrees and things of that nature, you got to ask yourself a question. Are these degrees really going to help you be a boss? Are these degrees going to help you be a big head Negro to think that you're better than the person that you surround yourself by? Because one thing about it, you can go 4 to 8 years in college, get a degree or whatever, and then get out here and try to get in cafe society with the Caucasian people and think you're gonna get up in the top rankings because you got this piece of paper with a signature on it and a seal, and think that this is the way the world's supposed to be. I'm winning. It don't always work like that. But like I say again, I understand, and I'm not hating. One thing about it, you feel like that's the way how things supposed to go. Hey, get out there and do your thing. I mean, but see, my thing is that sometimes we get things taken out of sight and out of mind, not really understanding where we're going. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole concept of getting messed over. Because I've seen a lot of people go out here and get these degrees and different professions and stuff, and they can't get the job because quiet is kept. It's about the color extinction. It's about how you look, believe it or not. Because most of these businesses, most of these corporations or businesses or whatever the case may be, know more about your persona of being who you are than you know who you are. And by you coming in there trying to be up in the rankings, higher than what you think you are, higher than them, they have a problem with that. They have a real big problem with that. So, I'm just saying, shout out to my people that going out here and getting these degrees and things of that nature. Always have a second background, second spare tire in the trunk, because that one profession might not be what it seems. I know a lot of people that are going out here getting these law degrees and majoring in criminal justice and all this other stuff, but at the same time, they got the certification or degree or whatever the case may be, but they don't have the whole concept of the job that they trying to get, because they don't want to hire. Especially if you come from a HBCU college. Oh no, they ain't really trying to fuck with you now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. That's just how they do you. Unless it's somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. that say, hey, this person here is a good person. Okay, we'll let you in the door. That old gatekeeper shit. But you know, there's all type of ways of getting over, a person getting over on you, and a lot of times it can be to the point where somebody, you know, literally say, you know, man, I can show you how to make some fast cash. You know what I'm saying? At home or something. You might, you know, it could be to the point where they want you to go out and sell drugs or whatever. You know, you thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make some fast cash by selling some drugs, selling bags of weed and crack or whatever the case may be. And then the money start flowing in like rain. And then you start getting big headed. You forgetting that that is illegal to do. You forget that that situation can get you locked away for some years. You just going in and say, fuck that shit. I gotta get this paper. You know what I'm saying? You get out here and get this paper. And then next thing you know, your ass is, you know, get caught up by an undercover cop or something, and you in jail. Probably part of your life or damn near the rest of your life, depending on the charges that being thrown against you. You know, if it's a first offense, they probably give you a light sentence. But if it's a second and third offense, you already know. They know you well than you know yourself, and then you already own in the system. They just welcome you back home with open arms. So, but you know, a lot of times we just do things because we try to make it out here the best way we can. You know, and you know, I mean, I understand. It's hard out here for a pimp. You know, especially for black men. You know, I mean, they try to say black men don't be wanting to do anything. They say we lazy. You know, they had that whole stereotypical situation going down, saying black men are lazy, black people are lazy. But the reason why that whole concept came about is because when our ancestors were slaves, you know, you never heard that come out of none of them people's mouth back in them days, I'm sure. Because I mean, we were slaves. We did what we had to do for them people. But when it got to the point where 1865 kicked in and this President Lincoln is like, no more of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Then the system of white supremacy started getting very upset, frustrated, and pissed off and going ham because they didn't have their slaves no more like they used to, because the slaves was what made them who they were, making a lot of money. So it got to the point where the KKK was introduced in 1865 by a guy named Albert Pike, who was also a 33rd degree Mason, who started the world's first terrorist organization, the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. And Mr. Pike literally had these guys like military, because he was also a military guy for the South. You know what I'm saying? For the I'm thinking it was what they call it, Confederate Army. You know, you had him, you had Robert E. Lee. You know what I'm saying? You had a whole lot of them old hillbilly redneck motherfuckers back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, running the Southern Union, and they all got on board to be down with this whole organization called the KKK, called the Ku Klux Klan. And the Klan was nothing but a bunch of Caucasian men riding on horseback with white sheets on, pasteurizing the slaves that didn't want to be the ex-slaves that didn't want to be slaves anymore. They were going around either going around raping them, murdering them, or killing them. Because they didn't want They was mad because we didn't want to be their slaves anymore. So later on down the line, they just been creating all type of mischief situations towards black people to the point where they've been, we're not gonna give y'all niggas shit. We're not gonna give you this, that, and another and third. Y'all just gonna have to fend for yourself. If you die, you just die because you don't want to be our slaves anymore. So a lot of the slaves didn't have no money, didn't have no clothes, didn't have, they had clothes, they only had whatever the slave master gave them, but they really didn't have nothing. So they had to go in and steal. And that's when they created the overseers, which is the officer of the law today. And they was all these guys was in cahoots with the Ku Klux Klan. It was all a white supremacist organization back then. And their job was to make sure to oversee that the slaves didn't go in these Caucasian land trying to steal their chickens, cows, horses, or anything for survival. And they killed a lot of ex-slaves behind that. And then it works its way all the way down to the 1960s. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that black people, they started creating this whole narrative of saying that black people were lazy. But black people wasn't lazy. Black people just got tired of being sick and tired of being treated wrong. That's the reason why the civil rights movement occurred in the 60s, because they wanted equal rights as the white people had. So that's where the whole concept of lazy black people came from. Because the white supremacists back in the days were mad that we didn't want to be their slaves anymore. So I see Brother Dark Prince is still on the prowl. And I don't want to go too much over his head, so I'm gonna take a little break and show a couple of little crazy ass videos or whatever the case may be. Hopefully by the time we get to showing the videos, he'll be back. Hopefully, anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all sit tight, and I'll be right back. Your boy Kel.
I used to be a hoe, but I ain't now no more.
God really working on you.
He is.
How long was your whole run?
My whole run lasted a long time. Way before BC and before Christ. What the fuck I'm finna tell them that for? I used to be a stripper. I started dancing when I was like 15 years old.
You a praise dance at the church now, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm a praise dancer. I love the Lord.
Come on. Hey. Hey. Listen. Come on. I woke up. It's the fourth time. Listen, bro. Please. Like, I go down there the fourth time.
Stop lying, boy. I know what the fuck you did last summer,
Now, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't need to heal, you feel me? So I went and fucked old little young boy, you hear me? I thank God that I ain't get no AIDS or nothing.
Hey, man.
But I had a little cocaine habit. I've been clean for 13 years, so he's still trying to hold my past against
That cocaine got your ass itching right now.
Yeah, no.
You just had
That's just the lotion. That's just the lotion.
That's the lotion.
The more I look at you, the more you smell like crack.
So mama was on cocaine. Pow.
One crack.
Pop a Molly, I'm sweating.
Woo!
Pop the baby up in me, you feel me?
Hey, let me see that booty hole. Hey, let me see that booty hole. Hey, 44 years old.
It ain't selling no more, auntie.
American people politically have been bought off, have been completely silenced and bought off by gizmos and toys. And that's a line from the current show. And it's just a shame. So I pulled away emotionally, and I said, you know what, fuck them. Let them do what they want to do. I'm going to enjoy this shit as a spectator. And I look at it as a show. It's a big circus. It's a big parade, whatever metaphor you want to use. I think of it as the freak show. I like to say this. When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. When you're born in America, you're given a front row seat. And man, I'm sitting there and I have my notebook out and I'm enjoying the show, and I wish I could live 1,000 years to watch this all develop. The rise of Russia, the rise of China, the Muslimization of Europe, the decline of the white race. It's going to be an amazing story as it develops, and I just wish I could see it all. I'm 70 now. I'll probably live to between 90 and 100, I think, and I'll get to see some of it, but it is an interesting, exciting thing to watch if you can detach yourself emotionally.
DJ Mix Master Chaos.
Yay, we back. Yeah, my brother ain't came back yet. So we're gonna keep the wheels rolling. But I was talking about getting messed over and not knowing. Like I said, there's other give me some water. Getting gassy. Like I was saying, getting messed over and not knowing it. That's what we was talking about. Like I said, water. Okay, now we go. Getting messed over and not know it. Well, again, we're gonna stay on that topic. Getting messed over and not knowing it. Okay, now another way that messes us up on the getting messed over concept is being misguided by false information in history. You know what I'm saying? I look at it to this point. One time back here, when I was in school, the number one Black history person that I've ever known that was always smeared in our faces as children was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And his most famous 1963 speech, I Have a Dream, where it basically specifies Black people and white people coming together and being unified. A lot of things that we didn't know about Dr. King was that he was quietly paid to keep Black people led in a as I might could say, in a weirdo situation, to think that if you plead and basically get on your knees and kiss white teeth ass, you will get a whole lot in society. So he literally was like, don't be nonviolent, don't be going off, don't do this and don't do that. Just say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, no, sir. And he was just like leading them right back to where they're trying to get away from. And we took that as the answer to our problems in Black society back in the days. And even sometime, even a little bit today. Because that was like the most important speech in the history of humanity by a Black man. And the reason why, because Dr. King was working with those people at one particular time. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, oh yeah, they paid him to do all that goofy shit that he did. Even though it didn't do any good, because when it all boiled down, the Most High had to show him that you can't side with the devil. Even to my Christian family, you know the message in the book. It says in the Bible that you can't serve two masters. You gotta love one and hate the other. A lot of us find ourselves trying to love both. And you can't love both. You can't love good, or you can't love evil and then love good. It just don't. It's just like oil and vinegar, like the old folks say. It doesn't mix. But Dr. King, at the time, thought he would. And that's the reason why he took that paper up under the table to put out the BS that he did in 1963 with the I Had a Dream speech in Washington, D.C. on the Nation's Monument in front of all those people. And all that talk that he did, it didn't do us no earthly good as Black people. Because after 63, 64, I think 64, Medgar Evers got shot and killed in Jackson, Mississippi. Then Brother Malcolm got killed in 1965 in Harlem, New York. So it really didn't do any good. And then Dr. King started experiencing all kind of hell when he was doing his little march through Montgomery and from Chicago up to Chicago down to Montgomery, Alabama, throwing rocks and bricks and all kind of stuff at him. He got locked up in Birmingham. All type of stuff was just not going Dr. King's way. And he knew it wasn't going to go his way because, like I say, he was siding with the devil. But when it got to the point where he got tired of being sick and tired, that's when he told the late Harry Belafonte, brother, I think I integrated my people into a burning house, meaning that I led my people astray with a bunch of BS lies, thinking that these white people gonna be cool with us by us just being extra nice, cool, calm, and collective. But that's part of slavery, because we did that in slavery, and that's what they want. But at the same time, they're not going to respect you by you bowing down and kissing their ass. And Dr. King realized that through those marches, to the point where he started going in a different direction, even with the help of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad of the Nation of Islam in 1967, where he literally had a conversation with Dr. King. Whatever that conversation was, Brother Muhammad wasn't talking about, come on, brother, let's try it again and let's kiss these white folks' butt. He was like, Brother, you got to realize these are the most hateful human beings on the planet. They do not care about you and what you stand for and what your people want and need, because they are mad that they're not your slaves anymore, that you're not their slaves anymore. They're still blanking off of that past tense situation. So they're going to try to make your life a living hell as much as possible. In order for black people to realize themselves is for them to learn how to unify with themselves and love each other in unity. Then that's when Dr. King started speaking in a different tone, in a different way, where it got to the point where he started becoming, he wasn't talking about Negroes this, Negroes that. He started hollering about black this, black that. Black is beautiful. Love your black self. Boycott these white companies that don't want to respect you. And the powers that be that Dr. King at one particular time was dealing with was getting nervous. They was getting nervous. They was hurting. They said, you know what? This dude really think he's slick. He's trying to uprise black people in a quiet way. See, we was okay when he was talking about nonviolence, but at the same time, that was just a distraction to keep black people from trying to do something to us. But Dr. King is literally quietly telling you to stand up telling these niggas to stand up for themselves. And we can't have that. So what you gonna do, boss? We're gonna have to take them out. We're gonna have to get them out of here. And the way we're gonna get them out of here, nobody's gonna know who did what and what's gonna did who. All you know is he's gonna be out of here. And as you know, April 4th, 1968, Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. But the day before he was assassinated, he did another speech. And the speech was 10 times different from the I Had a Dream BS that he was pulling in 1963 in Washington. His I've been to the mountaintop speech was more, it was like Cajun food. It had a lot of spices in it. See, the I Had a Dream speech was more like unseasoned chicken. It was like, okay, tastes all right. It's okay. It's fulfilling though. But that I came to a mountaintop speech. Woo! It was like, you know what? I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm not playing anymore. I stand on what I say because I talk to the Lord, and I've been to the mountaintop and I talked to the Lord, and he gave me a different proposition than what he gave me back in 1963 to give to my people, the black people, to stand up for yourself, to love your black self, to not take nothing from these pale-faced people. And that's when he cried out and said, he's not afraid of any man, that he have seen the coming of the Lord. Meaning that, hey, I stand on what I say. I mean what I say. I'm not gonna change it, and that's just the way it is. And you already know he got assassinated the next day. See, a lot of us didn't know that. It took for a lot of our elders, much love to our elders, to tell us what really went on with Dr. King. See, the media, they like to sugarcoat it and talk about, well, he was all about rights for all people, not just black people. Yeah, to a certain degree, because you had white people that were poor back in those days as well. But even the poor white people thought they were just as more up in the rankings than the people that was Caucasian and had money. And that's one I seen. I listened to one speech where he was saying when he was locked up in Birmingham, and the guy that was, I guess, the night watchman or guard or whatever in the jail, in the Birmingham jail, he asked him, pulled the guard to the side and said, "Man, how much you getting paid to do this job you're doing?" And he said, "I get by a little bit, so I got a wife and kids. I'm barely just making check, living check to check." He's like, "Shit, you need to be out here marching with us, because hell, they fucking over you just like they fucking over us." This is what he told this white guard. I mean, he didn't say it verbatim like I said it, but he was like, man, you need to come join us, in this civil rights march, because it's not just about black people, it's about all people. But it's mainly about black people, because we the main ones really catching hell in this country. Because white people was getting messed over in America just like we were. But they were dealing with it more because of their complexion, for the protection. But like I say, that's the whole concept of getting messed over with lies. Because like I say, a lot of this stuff that I learned about Dr. King, it was all BS. Because they just made like Dr. King was just all about his dream. It was way bigger than a dream. Yeah, at one particular time it was a dream, and then it became a fucking nightmare throughout his whole concept of the civil rights movement till his dying day. And that was the one speech that they didn't really talk about in school, as I can remember, the mountaintop speech in Memphis. And the reason why is because he was bouncing back. That was a speech that made you really think about yourself and who you are. Because Dr. King wasn't Dr. King anymore. He was more MLK. He wasn't Negro no more. He was a black man. And that's one thing about us as black people. We have to learn how to stop letting people make a damn fool out of us. Just learn how to live our own lives and do our own thing, etc., etc. Black women stop saying you don't need us. Black men stop saying we don't need them. Because we both messing over each other and not knowing it. But there's a sample in our society that shows us why we need each other. Look at our young men and women running around here like a loose wheel, hurting each other. I can't even count on my hands and toes, on my fingers and toes, all the videos that I've seen where young women and men fighting each other about nothing. And the majority of this shit is be something on Facebook, on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. Hell, now you got TikTok. So, it's just the stupidity is all around us. And it's around us, and it's making the powers that be billions of dollars a year. And it's like we right back on the plantation once again. Shout out to this brother 2K. I got a couple of his videos, and I want you guys to see just how ignorant and illiterate our youngins have gotten in Western society. Check this out.
You're going to jail. The bitch did the PP law. Call her. The bitch did the PPP law and give me shit. Bitch, I'ma tell on you, bitch. I'm my mama. I'm
I am
telling you,
telling
bitch. I'm
Amanda,
ready to
bitch.
put
I
your
am
ass
telling
out.
Amanda that you got her information, bitch.
Bitch, ain't I'm telling you,
And
bitch.
I'm telling your mama you stole her information too, bitch.
Oh shit!
Fuck this
You
shit.
better not do this. You better not do this. You better not do this.
Hell no, wait. I know you, not Mom Dukes.
Yeah,
Hold up, bro. Don't say
she
that, bro.
stole that
Not
lady
Mom
shit,
Dukes.
and she wonder why she getting all that mad and them different cars in her name to the house, cause that bitch stole her social security number and got a piece of her driver's license.
I've been fucked ever since I left my baby dad. I was fucking on his friend.
Oh shit!
Fucking on his friend.
You can't be getting your lick back like that, Sam. You can't be getting your lick back like that.
Yes, the fuck I can. If I tell you how I really got my lick back, then you know what I'm saying. But that's another story.
No, we got some time. We got time today. We go enlighten us.
Okay, since we got time. I got my lick back when I fucked the detective to get that bitch locked up. That's how I got my lick back.
Oh shit!
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Okay.
Fuck this shit,
This episode of Talking to Bang is over. Cause ain't no motherfucking way you fucking the prosecutor, the DEA to get your baby dad locked up, Sam.
That's it. That's all. Cause bitch, oh shit.
That's where we are in Western society. These young folks literally going backwards instead of going forward. And the reason why they're going backwards is because it starts at the house. See, this is what I don't need a man looks like. See, black women, y'all biggest problem is you've been conditioned to put yourself in the valley of the shadow of death in Western society and not know it. You're being messed over. Why are you being messed over? Because the powers that be knows who you are better than you know yourself. He have a love and hate for you because he know that you are the most beautiful, the most wonderful, the most spiritual, the finest human being on this planet. Because if you think about it, you do a historical background on your grandma, your great grandma, you will understand that great grandma and grandma, once upon a time, was at the house providing and protecting her home while the man was out making the dollar, making the living. Her job was just to assist him with the children, with the family. She at home cooking, cleaning, teaching the kids how to be respectful and how to do things and how to do things for themselves and yada, yada, yada. To the point where when they get out in here in Western society, they will be already together. This image right here, I've been showing on my podcast. It's a true image. It's a beautiful image. This is a picture way back in the 1960s of the black man, black woman, and the little girl and the little boy, the daughter and the son. Oh, there's my brother, daughter Prince, just in time.
I'm apologize about that, family. I had to go handle that business though, but we back. What I mean?
I'm mad at you, man. No, no bullshit. Did you find your wallet though? Did you get your wallet?
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I thought I was gonna have to put a one Nick Salmon on the motherfucker.
I thought I was too, because motherfucking head, you know what I'm saying, was in the back seat looking at it, telling me something, and who they belong to, and then started trying to throw it in the background, like, hold on there, buddy. What you got going?
Hey.
Hold on. Gonna tell me, that's yours? Like, yeah, mine. And say, I was like, you don't see your name on the damn, you know what I'm saying, license, dude. It ain't on the ID card, it ain't on the damn debit card.
Yeah.
But hey, like I say, just as long as I got it back, so everything's all in all, so I got this, so I'm good. Now I'm rolling up some perp.
Okay, bro. Okay. Well, you roll that giddy up, because we on the prowl right now where we talking about people being messed over, black people basically. Because I was going on the concept of I showed a couple of videos not too long. Shout out to that young brother 2K of where we are in Western society as far as our youngest is concerned. I'm gonna play one of the videos back, so you just see this shit and you just give a rebuttal on what you think. And I mean, this is really some weird shit to me, but it is what it is.
I've been fucked ever since I left my baby dad. I was fucking on his friend.
Oh shit!
Fucking on his friend.
You can't be getting your lick back like that, Sam. You can't be getting your lick back like that.
Yes, the fuck I can. If I tell you how I really got my lick back, then you know what I'm saying. But that's another story.
No, we got some time. We got time today. We go enlighten us.
Okay, since we got time. I got my lick back when I fucked the detective to get that bitch locked up. That's how I got my lick back.
Oh shit!
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Okay.
Fuck this shit,
this episode of Talking to Bang is over. Cause ain't no motherfucking way you fucking the prosecutor, the DEA, to get your baby daddy locked up, Sam.
That's it. That's all. Cause bitch,
shit.
Yeah, this is what the whole concept of getting messed over and not know it is about on this topic. Know what you think about it?
I just thought about it. And I done graduated, dog. Is whereas, pardon the expression, family, but I'm not going back to no house. Because you got to understand something. Now, this young lady here, from the video from what I'm seeing, was saying that she getting her leg back. Sound like a fucking kid already, but she gonna get her leg back by sexing down all her baby daddy's friends. Now let me ask y'all something. Some folks were like, yeah, I would have did it too, but my thing is, as men and you talking about you trying to look for a husband or you want to be white material, every time that you give your box up to somebody, you drop your value. So what are you really bringing to the table? My thing is, nah, I don't want. I'm not attracted to, you know what I'm saying, the nut bucket of the streets. I'm gonna let the streets have that. I don't want that. I don't even want. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying. They tell me something. The hoes. I remember I'm saying it. The hoes was for everybody, but the thing about it was, I'm starting to think about it now. That's why I'm discussing too. I don't want shit everybody's been running off up in. I really don't. I don't want to catch nothing. I don't want no damn diseases. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Nah. It just makes common sense. The more I, you know what I'm saying, I stay away from the Muppet Planet, the more sense it makes me and keeps me grounded from going over that way. Because it ain't no damn good over that way. Oh, yeah. Here it is. The woman says that she works at Burger King, stays home with her mama, shares the car with her mama, but yet she wants a man making 6 figures, got his own house, his own car, in his own business, and you ain't got to bring nothing but some open legs? Oh, no.
That sounds like unfertile ground, doesn't it?
It sounds like it's jacked up on one end. Now, I remember back in the day, you know what I'm saying, it was the women screaming all the time that we couldn't get it together. And now it's like it's a flip-flop for the other side. Now they can't get it together. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. And my thing is, I'm just waiting on our people to get to a point where everybody stop pointing the fucking fingers and stop joining hand in hand and start building. But that's too much like right. Why the hell my shit still going dark?
Well, I see you. You coming up. I see you. But,
yeah, I'm saying, but like I'm saying, I'm on there, but my screen keeps going black, like it's trying to black out on me. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out.
You got
Let's
your
do
power?
it. Let's
I
do
would
it
say
this.
you got your power?
I'm plugging it up now.
Okay.
Let's flip that way.
Okay. There you go.
Let's see if that works out too well. All right.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I came in kind of late anyway, bro, because my damn internet was acting up because it just got through storming down here in Texas, man. So, and I know that damn, the atmosphere be full of electricity because of lightning and stuff. So it'll kind of throw that signal off, and so my Wi-Fi was that.
No, I'm just saying this is the first time ever when I've been on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? My screen's like it's trying, you know what I'm saying, since it's like being active because I'm not touching it nothing like that. It keeps trying, you know what I'm saying, black out on me. That's the first time I ever been doing that shit. And I'm trying to figure out what's really good here with that. But anyway, go ahead. I just keep touching.
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say, yeah, that young lady that was sitting up there saying the shit that she was saying, she literally didn't understand. She don't understand the value, the 10 life value system that what's name talks about. What's going on, Keita? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, you always talking about you be want to hear me play and DJ or whatever the case may be. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there as well. You know what I'm saying? Because today is Mother's Day. But Mother's Day is every day. Should be every day.
Yep. Supposed to be.
But I was gonna say, I got my DJing shit back up. So if y'all ever if you got Twitch app, look me up at DJ Chaos _47 on Twitch TV and check me out. You know what I'm saying? Because they be kind of acting funny with us doing, if I was to do it on Facebook or whatever, play music. I ain't got time to be I don't own the rights to my music up there on the screen because it doesn't work. It don't work like that. You can I don't own the rights. You can sit up there and say, I'm telling you the truth, and they still ain't trying to hear it.
No.
At
all. Can you see me, dog?
No, I can't see you. I can see you. It's got you upside down, sideways, but I hear your audio coming out good.
I never had no situation like this before. I ain't never had no situation right here. You know what I'm saying? My shit keep blacking it out on me. I ain't never had that happen out. When I'm on podcast.
Will you lock is your screen? You got a screen lock on there? It's probably your screen might not be locked on your phone.
You see what's going on here.
Check your settings and see if you got a screen lock where it won't do that. Cause I mean your audio gonna be there, but your camera gonna get on down on you. We good, Miss Keita. We good. Like I said, I'm just, out here in Texas, back out here in Winona, Texas, chilling until in the morning when I get ready to get up and go over here to Tyler and drop this load off and head over to Mount Pleasant, Texas, and head out west to Arizona. I got to get out of this dedicated shit because this dedicated Florida, the Texas shit ain't getting it for me. I got to get my money up. I told my confidants I got to get back on my original route. I got to stretch out. Can't make no damn paper, goddamn, being running them little 600 miles a day, man. I'm like, nah. I mean, it's only good if I stayed in these areas or something, but man, I don't stay in these areas like that. So, but anyway, back to the little young lady, man. A lot of these young folks, man, they literally going off the concepts of learning what is being provided to them from the streets. It's not nothing to dealing with the household because the household gave up on them a long time ago. And then sometimes they learn out the household, and the household ain't worth a damn. Because you go and see who these little girls' mothers are, it's like, damn, chip off the old block. Your mom
exactly.
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 That's the reason why I can't date nobody younger than me that is not close to Generation X. And it's not a cap. It's just because I know that most of these young women have been brainwashed and destroyed to not knowing their value system. That's the reason why they wear eyelashes, hair hats, and having those goddamn bonnets on, trying to hide the little hair that they got on their head, instead of just going ahead and show it and be proud of who you are. But when you don't value yourself and don't know your value, you tend to put yourself in a position of being who you are, and that's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't? No, you just come in on the topic tonight is just about getting messed over and not knowing it. That's why. Where's the truth? You know, that's what I call it. Hair, hat, and eyelashes. I don't call it no damn weave and lace front. I call them motherfuckers hair pieces and hair hats. That's what they are. They got a damn, what you call that shit? Elastic in the middle where they should hold on to their motherfucking head so it won't go no damn where until the wind hit that motherfucker. But I guarantee you, wind up in that bitch, it's going somewhere.
That's ridiculous. Man, that's my whole thing about it. Our people have not been taught properly, and that's because the system got involved, so we wouldn't be taught properly.
Yeah, of course. That's what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. That's the reason why I said I gotta. My next wife, my wife or whatever the case may be, we're gonna go back to the olden days. We're gonna get out here and farm the field, learn how to grow fruits and vegetables, and probably buy some motherfucking chickens and cows and turkeys or whatever the fuck to feed ourselves, our people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be with the woman that said let's go to Red Lobster, because I'm telling you, Red Lobster and all these restaurants are about to throw in the towel on your ass quietly. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. They're gonna tell you in a little while. Our president snapped out. I didn't mean to say that, Keita. I'm just saying my wife. You know, it just came off my tongue the wrong way. Don't get it twisted. I ain't never been married. Almost got married, but I ain't gonna talk about it. Yeah. Either like you said, I said next wife. No, baby, I ain't never been married. Trust me. If you'd have known, you've been the first one to know about it. If I've been married, because I've been told you I would have got married. No, never. I almost got close though. I almost bought a certain person an $800 cluster ring. That ring was beautiful. Whew. I don't even want to talk about it because this shit gonna probably make me mad again. But she talked her way out of the situation to the point where she was on speakerphone talking shit to me. And I was at the jewelry store, and the white woman looked at me, and she took that ring back and put that motherfucker back up under the case. Cause she already know. She's like, oh my God. She didn't say it, but she just shook her head and put the damn ring back in the damn jewelry case and put it back in the damn show thing glass. I stood up there, and I bet she probably was saying like, God damn, these goddamn women do not know how to keep their mouth shut. Cause I was gonna give her that ring. I'm talking about 24K cluster, diamond, real deal Holyfield. The goddamn ring was retailed at $900, almost $1,000. But the woman said she was gonna give me a deal on the motherfucker. Cause I told her, I said I ain't had but $800 on me, but I had more than that. But I just told her that, you know, you have to run game on them sometime, and that's what I did. And she was gonna sell me that ring for $800, $800 something.
That's about right.
And when this certain person was talking shit to me about some he say, she say shit, it made me so mad. I told her, I didn't have to tell that one to put the damn ring back. She just put it back for me because I had it on speakerphone.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the reason why I tell people, black women, you know, I don't mean no disrespect, but you need to learn to shut the fuck up. Because when you start talking, you literally put yourself in a position where people don't want to have nothing to do with you anymore. And it ain't to the point where we trying to make you like you a slave or anything, but sometimes you let your emotions get the best of you and you're not trying to listen to reasons. Because sometimes a lot of y'all will get out here and talk, and y'all talk and then be like, okay, you can say something. Then when I say something, you cut me off again. It's like, God damn, you ain't gonna let me talk? She said, I'm gonna sit in the corner and be good. You would have pretty much at that particular time would have had a better advantage than this person I'm talking about. But go ahead, bro.
Our people really don't know how jacked up we was from slavery and still suffering through that now.
Nope.
The biggest thing, people, is that if you're in a competition in your relationship or whatever you want to call it ain't gonna be no happy. It ain't gonna be no peace time, no quiet time, because everybody's trying to get a one up on somebody. And what they doing it only in the black community. Asians and their man and their woman, they ain't doing that. Pick out a race around the planet on there, people, and tell me if they doing it inside their spot. Now, I'm not saying folks don't have arguments. Just not get ignorant, people. Everybody has arguments. But what we have in our community is total devastation of the nuclear family on purpose. My thing is, you know what I'm saying, we got to get to the point, people, whereas let's take a page from Michael Jackson's spot. Man in the Mirror.
We are gonna get on the concepts of music, because that's another part of the topic too. Music brought us.
Well, we'll roll right on into it after this right here.
Matter of fact, we can go ahead and move into the music part. Music brought us together or separated us. Now go ahead with the Michael Jackson story, bro.
Now, with the man in the mirror, people, that's exactly what the hell it is. See, feminism, let's just call it plain turkey tonight. Feminism has caused our women to put them on a pedestal so high, and it's got independence in it. It's got money in it. It's got prestige in it. And the thing about it is, with that, you look in the mirror, you don't understand motherhood as it should be. You don't understand nurturing. You don't understand nature. You don't understand environment. You don't understand support and what you were created for. Most important, and the number one thing, don't know how to be a helpmate. Now, the thing about it is, with us men, what y'all always tell us is, you got to have this, that, and the third. So the few of us, we out here, we've been trying to do that. Blindly not understanding it's not even supposed to be about you. That's just my purpose in life anyway. But because we do love that woman, that's why we be trying our best to cater to her. But if you came up in an environment where you never had men that were respectful, or you didn't have respect for men, you'll never have it for me. But the person that dogs you out, that's who you would chase, because guess what? You love being that way. You love the chase. You want what you can't have. This is what it's all about. It's that same forbidden fruit that y'all still fall prey to. Are you back?
Very good, very good, very good. Now, like I said, we own the whole concept now with another topic. Music brought us together or separated us. What do you think, bro? Did it separate us, or did it bring us together?
Hold on. Knock out my camera right quick. Let's get back in. All right. Music was created in the heavens. It was for, you know what I'm saying, praise, worship. It brought unity together. It brought fellowship together. It brought good times together. Everybody had a blast. Now, when you're really good at something and you decide, you know what, I'm not gonna put my best into it, but I got my own ideas about how I want to do things, then you can go off level and start doing something different, changing up the tones on things, changing up the chords on things. It no longer has a melodious tone to it where it relaxes your mind and puts your spirit at peace. It's now got you to the point where I want to fight. I want to go commit suicide. I want to go over here to the corner and feel depressed. Sounds like to me that the music also been flipped, but everybody don't want to talk about it because everybody sees the physical realm on this planet thing, and that's what it is. No, Ephesians 6 will tell you it's not about flesh and blood. It's about an unseen realm that's pushing all of it behind it because everything's negative. Everything's negative.
Yeah.
How is that? That's not coincidence. That's not coincidence. The whole damn planet is negative. Now, if we really want to get deep, y'all already know what the planet said. They like to say we worship, but we ain't gonna get on to that because I know a lot of folks ain't ready for that, and it's a heavy subject. But we talking about music. That's what brought it out because it's one of the branches that comes off from that because it's a way of expression, but it's just in musical tone. So I do believe it can bring us back together. When we had the 90s going, and hip hop was starting to get into its I want to say teenage years, and started trying to find itself. Believe me, the house parties were real. And for those that are in our age bracket, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well,
songs like Rob Bailey. What was his Star Trek to this day that everybody knows him by? What was the name of that song?
It takes two to make a thing go right.
It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got feminism in there, you've got SNAP benefits, you've got a hatred for yourself, then guess what? It's a division wall between it being two.
Mm-hmm.
I just need everybody to see what's going on behind the scenes. Don't get caught up in the monthly show up front on stage. Find out who's working the stuff behind the curtain.
Well, that's the thing, bro, that really have me so miscombobulated because, you know, we talk about this all the time on the phone. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I talk about it a lot on the phone because it really is like a thorn in my fucking side that the music that we create as Black people is not being valued like it's supposed to be. But other ethnicities value our shit better than we do. Because like I said, even though the powers that be shitted on Michael Jackson and made his life a living hell till his dying day.
Indeed.
All because he didn't want them, all because they were mad, just like they've been mad as far as slavery is concerned, when you start to get to the point where the Black man and Black woman don't want to be a slave anymore. You get mad, you want to turn, you want to try to wreck the person's characteristics or kill them or whatever the case may be, just because they don't want to be a slave no more. That's the same thing they did with Michael. Michael was making Sony, CBS Records a whole lot of money, billions of dollars, to the point where 3 or 4 so-called little hat people were putting their kids through college and things of that nature and was living their best life. To even some of their so-called friends were like, shit, I want to get into on this shit too. So that's why they started trying to get at Michael about these situations about child molestation. They knew Michael wasn't molesting no kids. Michael wasn't, his mind wasn't even sought up for nothing like that. But they used that concept of that because they had to find some kind of way to destroy his character and destroy his music because he didn't want to be a slave anymore.
Let me piggyback on the witch.
It's called a spade, but go ahead.
Let me piggyback up. I'm going to pull up on the way with you. Now Let me tell you how they, you know what I'm saying, they maliciously slandered our brother, our sleeping brother. Mike, since the age of 5 years old, people, has been in the music industry up to 2009. That's all he know. That's all he was ever in. He didn't go to no carnival. He didn't go to no, you know what I'm saying, no 7th grade, 8th grade school dance, you know what I'm saying? No prom. No graduation. No college graduation. No college parties, no college football games. And the aforementioned back in the lower, you know what I'm saying, tiers of education. High school, and before that, junior high. Then you got your elementary.
Mm-hmm.
5 years old, that's Head Start for most of us. 6th grade, you're going to the 1st grade. Now picture this. He ain't got no play friend. He's been in the recording studio. So, check it out. Just like us, people, when we do get our money, them Christmas that we missed, them Tonka trucks that we didn't able to get, guess what? Now we dress up our car and we turn it into a toy.
That's right.
Because we missed out on that when we were younger. And the little boy on the inside says, I still want that. Until he grows up out of it. Same thing. He just had billions. So when he did get his chance in his head, I know people like that. Also, they're childish in mind, even though they're grown people. And the thing about it was, he wanted to play with kids. Now, the thing about it was, he had a big zoo going on, their own train. They had the film and footage. You just go pull it up. Back in the 80s, going to Never Never Land, and him in there, they got him riding around, and the kids having their hands, having a good time. Did nobody come out, nobody saying nothing then? All the 80s, nobody said nothing. All the 90s, nobody said nothing.
That's right. Now the damn thing. Well, see, that's the thing. Like I say, you know, going further on Brother Michael's concept, you know, I've had many arguments and conversations, even on Facebook. Because I know a lot of these motherfuckers that be on social media, they be trolling, and they're a bunch of hacks, and they're a bunch of stowaway losers that get on there and say things that they go off of what the media enlighten them on. Because one thing about it, the president, the president of the United States, former president of the United States, Richard M. Nixon, said out his own mouth back in the day, said the American people are suckers. He said this, literally said this. He didn't say the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. He said the American people. So that's Democrat and Republican.
That's right.
Why did he say that the American people are suckers? You know why? Because anything that they put out there and provide for the American people, we go along with it, regardless, hook and sinker. And so that's when you look at the fact where you go up to the point where Michael Jackson had been ridiculed so badly to the point where people started literally believing that Martin Luther King, I'm thinking on something else, but my brain going everywhere, but thinking that Brother Michael was literally messing with little kids when America don't give 10 shakes of a fat rat's ass about kids. Because
let me tell you who does. I'm going to pull up on the way with you. Let me tell you who does care about the little boys and little kids. Old white men.
Oh, don't do it.
There's politicians, your senators, your governors, your mayors.
You gonna get the algorithm going crazy.
I don't care. This is what we're talking about. I'm tired of the foolishness. I'm tired of our people suffering. So whatever. I got the workout towel on. I'm already in gear. I'm ready. Whatever. However they want to do it. Whatever. But anyway, back to it. So my whole thing is, if we do your history, they didn't even give us the history part about the sex forms that they had right up here, 14-year-old boys and under. So when the slave owners had their little friends come over, they took them out there to the boys' shed, specifically set up just for them, 14 and under. Had them dressed up and sexually molested them and abused and raped them.
Oh, yeah.
That's always been there. Crazy thing, back in your home state, the Bear State Republic. We'll just say that. Everybody else you don't know, you should know. But anyway, the Bear State Republic passed the law saying they want to make sure that 5-year-olds say it's okay for them to consent. Now, if you remember being 5 in Head Start, your mind was just on finger painting, snack time, recess, nap time, and then going home. That was it. That was it.
All I wanted to do was just have fun and play with my toys. I didn't have nothing. I wasn't thinking about none of this goof ass shit that this Western society is providing today, because that was unheard of, because I was surrounded by a lot of protection. My mother, my father, brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins, niece, nephew, or whoever the fuck. Well, not niece, nephew, but you know what I'm saying. People that were older than me, they gave a fuck.
I got you. Now let me pull back up on the wave again. All right. Not only them, but when you did get to the schoolhouse, the teachers did care.
Oh yeah.
The teachers was all over everybody.
Yes.
Let me tell you a story how close the teachers was doing. This was back in Head Start. I was at Sacred Heart, y'all. Mm-hmm. Never forget it. It was Thanksgiving season, so we was on the floor, had our construction paper out. They had divided up the class. Some of it was going to be Indians, the other was going to be Pilgrims. I ended up being a Pilgrim, but I really wanted to be an Indian. You know, I really did at the time frame. So they were making their little Indian hats, putting little feathers on. I'm like, man, I want to be over that spot. But anyway.
Yeah, we had going on.
But anyway, so then you put your hand down on the paper and then you draw around your hand, make the turkey. You heard? So we cut out the little turkey and we making our little decoration. Next thing you know, we smell something. Everybody in the room stopped because everybody smells something fire. Like, what is that? Nobody say nothing. So then the teacher does something. I understand it now as an adult, but I didn't know what was going on then until I got outside. But this is what it was. The teacher went outside and she started calling all the class members one by one out. I didn't know what supposed to go out, come in. We'll look, you know how the classmates, we're gonna look at them like, okay, you gonna tell us what's up? Nobody don't say nothing though. Each time they come back in, they don't say nothing. Yeah. So it's my turn. I go out there. When I go out, she say, turn around. So I'm on mine, I'm scratching my head like, turn around, what's going on? When I turn around, she pulls my pants around and she looks down, she's like, okay, you good. So I think somebody had an accident in there and I don't want to embarrass her. And I was like, okay. So when they did find out what it was, you know what I'm saying, she got her purse. That got handled the right way. But the thing about it was, the teacher, you know what I'm saying, after they sent this person home, the teacher came back in and she taught us a lesson like, you always don't want to embarrass nobody. They don't care nothing about your well-being and morality no more. And being decent citizens of a country as this supposed to say. These are one of the building blocks that you're supposed to put in a little kid's head about how you're supposed to deal with each other, especially when it comes to embarrassment. Building blocks. This is what real teachers did, starting in the early age, Head Start. So my whole thing is, fast forward to where we're at now, if I was in Head Start, now I got the one back while I'm having my little, you know what I'm saying, my little juice and cookie and whatnot. Now I got this, I don't know what it is. It looks like a woman and it looks like a man, but now it's time about story time. I don't feel right sitting in front of it. It's scary to me. Yeah. But it's being forced on everybody. But they say it's love. Now, when is love for? Sounds like somebody lying here. I yield back.
Well, that's the thing that really shows you the hypocrisy in this nation, because you sit up there and you talk about Michael Jackson being a homosexual or being a child molester and whatever the case may be, and you did all this shit back in the motherfucking early 90s all the way up to 2004 fucking with this brother because of the dispute that he basically said how y'all was treating him. Which I know because he, like I said before, brother, white supremacy is little kids. The system of white supremacy is babies. These are not alpha males. Hell, they barely even beta males. I won't even put them in the beta male sector. They more like Omega. And Omega's a child. Little thoughtless beings. And we
don't get to go in the homosexual side of it. They was born that way now. So they got to be that way too now. Go ahead.
Well, the recessive mind, you know what I'm saying, you gonna go along with every damn thing that
I got to roll another.
Because see, the thing is, you know, they always want to be on the scene first, on the scene on everything. They want to be the first.
Marley.
Okay.
Go ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog. I'm listening.
Yeah, they want to be the first to drive the first type of car. They want to be the first type to fly the first type of airplane, go to the moon, and all this old goof ass shit. They want to be the first on everything, so that lets you know that they are supreme over you. You are nothing, and they're something. But at the same time, they're not gonna tell you in the closet that they like that back door action. And I ain't talking about the back door. I'm talking about the little boy.
They know what you're talking about, dog. They know what you're talking about. They know what you're talking about. But here's another thing: the niggas never got to the moon, dog. Yes, people, they never made it to the moon.
Oh no, that's bullshit. They have came to the moon. God damn it, Neil Armstrong.
I tell you what you do. I tell you what you do. Listen. This is what you do. Because I ain't gonna argue with that. I'm just gonna tell you, go do your research. Go to your internet. Go to YouTube. Go to Neil Armstrong's boot that landed on the moon. They're gonna show you the top of it. They're gonna show you the bottom part of it. The traction part is what I want you to take notice of. Then go to the pictures of the moon where they walking on the so-called moon dust and see the prints there. They're gonna be different, y'all.
Oh, get out of here, buddy.
Ain't that how they trying to catch y'all people?
I fucking seen it with my own two eyes. What the hell they're going to sit up there and we give billions of dollars to go into these goddamn galaxies so we can learn about different things? You gonna tell me that there ain't no goddamn spaceship going into the moon? I don't want to hear that shit. They done made TV shows. I Dream of Jeannie, goddamn it. They sit up there and said Major Nelson said he done been to the moon 20 times. So I know that shit's real. Don't tell me it ain't real.
That's all good. I don't idiots. I really don't. My thing is, as my scripture said, in the fool's heart, he's always right. So you don't argue with that. You just let them do their thing. So I'm gonna put the math out there. And
that's why that's why I love that Smithsonian State Channel, because I sit up there. I don't know where the fuck I was at. I don't know if I was in California. I was somewhere in my truck. I don't know what the hell. No, I was taking a break. I was in the hotel, bro. And this some real shit. Nigga, I was laughing so hard, I had tears coming out of my eyes because, you know, they've been telling us that they done went to the moon and all this old shit. But this goddamn scholar said that it's impossible to go into space like that because you don't supposed to be there. You right where God wants you to be. You go because it's like basically it's like saying, you know what I'm saying? You see that lava is the magma, is the blood of the earth, right? What the fuck you look like going over there talking about something? I'm gonna go over here and get some samples and think you ain't gonna get burnt up.
Here's the thing. Now, that part they did pull off. They was able to cup up some lava and see what was going on and break that down. But my thing is this. Back in the 80s, when it was a race for the space, as they was calling, space race they was calling back then, Russia beat the United States by actually getting a chance to put the first cosmonaut into orbit. The United States got pissed off about that, and that's why they got Kennedy on the damn line, going live on TV, saying, yeah, we're going to put a man on the moon. So the lie had to go because they wanted to be the first. They can't say they're superior superpower of the world if you ain't get to the moon first, but ain't nobody got it.
But see, bro, that's what I'm saying. The Smithsonian Channel, while everybody in the club dancing and enjoying themselves and dancing to the moonlight, to the morning light, they showing shit about that goddamn fakeness of these these rocket lunging and shit. And every time you see a rocket go up in the air, the son bitch get up in the air and get to a certain height, and then the bitch blow up, and everybody on that bitch die. But they never talked about this when we was in school. Because they literally said, goddamn, 1969, June 9th, 1969, some shit like that, Neil Armstrong and his little crew went to the moon, and everybody seen it on television, and everything, you know, they're like, well, we're the first step for man, bullshit. But we didn't realize these motherfuckers was in a big ass studio, probably in Area 51 in Nevada, some goddamn where, basically putting us through a finger in our ass, twirling it around, because they never went to there. Because see, that man said you cannot, and he said because when you go, the higher you go, the thinner the air gets, and there's no oxygen up there. So that means how in the fuck can a rocket get up there, and how can a person literally can survive? I don't care if you got oxygen or any damn thing. You can't get. It's not built for you to go outside the planet like that.
Now check this out.
But they basically told you these lies because, like I say, it's a distraction to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind as all fucking ways. Because even though that shuttle that blew up when I seen that on TV that time, and what was it, 86? I was in the 5th grade. I never get that. And that shuttle blew up. You know, everybody was saying, I was kind of looking crazy, like, damn, that's fucked up. But in the reality of it, they said that was a ritual, because they really didn't see them folks get on that damn space shuttle. And when that damn thing took off, it was programmed to explode like that. But it was something else, because just like that goddamn that plane that disappeared in Malaysia or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? You know what that was all about. The same way with that shuttle. The teacher supposed to came up missing. Like I say, all these motherfuckers still alive and well probably around this motherfucker. We just don't know it. It's a game, so it's a rich man's party, and we ain't invited. Basically, like straight like that. They fucking us. Well, they ain't fucking us because I already know the business. But like I said, they showed that damn, when I was looking at that Smithsonian channel, and they were showing all them damn rockets that were taking off going into space, and all them bitches blew up and tore up. And one rocket didn't even get up off the ground real good. That motherfucker came right back down and crashed right there on the goddamn pad.
Listen, the Wright brothers didn't get things together until 1919. All right? We're talking about 82, 83, some years later. You ain't got all the kinks worked out. You ain't got all the kinks worked out. It wasn't until, what's the guy's name? Marvel Parsons. Same thing that Marvel, you know what I'm saying, Studios is named after. Marvel Comics is named after. Well, Marvel Parsons was a real person. Marvel Parsons was out in California at Devil's Rock on Halloween night testing his rocket. First of its kind. Guess how he got the information and ingenuity to build that? They got a movie out, they got a series out right now. It's called Strange Angel. It's talking about this man's life. And you will see for yourself that he went into the occult to talk to spirits, to get the information, the technological information, if you will, to manufacture something physical for this age and this race. Because what man had in his mind is outdated material. The state that he's at, as far as his intelligence, is not sufficient enough to build what his imagination is put together. But a being outside of this that he talked with showed him the way. And on October 31st, what was that, 19? I don't want to lie, but I know it was October 31st. Y'all just type it in. Marvel Parsons, October 31st, Halloween. I guarantee you get your date and all the background on it. But anyway, thing about it was, information that he got to make that possible is because you have to go outside of the human understanding. So I can understand now that when the Russians actually was able to put somebody in space to orbit a little bit outside of the planet for the first time in the history, the U.S. was feeling pretty bad. So the U.S. felt like, no, we the top dog, and we should have done it. So guess what? We got to go further than, and that's when the moon came up, y'all. But y'all go check out the footprint.
Well, let's look at this. Look at this video, this landing conspiracy video that they got out, that they have out.
Conspiracy theorists the world over.
Wow, Neil Armstrong. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be on the moon. I just saw it on TV.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 Apollo 11 moon landing conspiracies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're breaking down the Apollo 11 moon landing conspiracies that simply won't go away. Prepare to get scienced. Number 5. No exhaust flame. Many conspiracy theorists have pointed to the Apollo 11 lunar module's lack of an exhaust flame while departing from the moon as proof that it was actually a model being pulled by strings on a soundstage in some top-secret Hollywood film studio. As exciting as that sounds, it's simply not true. You know the old expression, it's not rocket science? Well, in this case, it is. You see, the Saturn V rocket that launched Apollo 11 into orbit burned liquid oxygen and kerosene, the combination of which creates a massive flame. However, the lunar module used nitrogen tetroxide and Aerozine 50, which produces transparent exhaust gases. Case closed. Number 4. No crater at the landing site. Despite the weight of the lunar module being reduced from 36,100 pounds on Earth to 6,100 pounds during its descent, people still wondered why it didn't produce a crater on the moon's dusty surface. Well, beneath all that dust is a layer of dense rock, which is far more difficult to leave an imprint on, thus explaining why the module failed to create a noticeable crater. Additionally, many wondered how Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were able to leave footprints on the moon without moisture. Well, friction allows finely grained moon dust particles to hold their shape when moved around. So that's why the footprints are still there all these years later. Number 3. Multiple shadows. Many a conspiracy theorist has claimed that because photographs show multiple shadows of different lengths and angles, there had to have been an additional light source, such as a large lamp on site. Well, actually, because Neil and Buzz were snapping pics on an uneven, brightly lit landscape with the sun hovering just above the horizon, the ground produced a slew of different shadows. Another theory involves the stars, or lack thereof. How come there are no stars in the background of all those famous moon photographs? The answer? Nearby objects washed out the film. This is common in nighttime photography, with bright foreground objects effectively erasing distant background objects from the film. Number 2. No radiation poisoning. Protecting Earth from harmful solar radiation are the Van Allen belts. They form a ring around our planet, collecting and trapping all that pesky radiation in one place. Conspiracy theorists want to know why the astronauts on the Apollo 11 mission didn't succumb to radiation poisoning when they passed through. While it's true that there is a lot of radiation in the belts, Apollo 11 passed through them in less than 4 hours, and it takes days of exposure to be considered dangerous. Okay, say some, but what about meteors? Surely they would have done some damage. Due to the density of space, the chances of this happening are close to 0. Lawyered. Number 1. The waving flag. One of the most infamous Apollo 11 conspiracy theories involves the pictures of the American flag taken by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. In the iconic photos, the flag appears to be fluttering in the wind, which is admittedly odd seeing as how there's no atmosphere and by extension no wind on the moon. The reason Old Glory appears to be waving is because Neil and Buzz made it so. A wire was inserted in the top of the flag to keep it steady, and the astronauts created the waving effect as they were setting it up. In fact, once the flag was planted, it stopped waving completely.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo.
See there? I told you we went to the moon.
That shit was hot garbage, dog.
Bro, what?
Transparent exhaust. Come on now. No stars in the background. You go outside. I don't care if you got street lights. You can still look up and see the stars.
Talking about the camera, because the cameras, like even to the cameras of today, erase the stars. Man, let me tell you something. I can tell
if we on planet Earth and can see the moon and see the sun and see the stars at night, I'm pretty sure if we was on, since it's in visual proof, if it was possible to be on by the sun, you'll be able to see the Earth and you'll be able to see the moon and you see the stars in the background. It all depends on where you're at the planet.
Not only that, how the fuck can you see the Earth and the sun at the same damn time? The sun wouldn't the sun really block out a lot of the Earth shadow being bright and shining?
Well, see, the thing about it is all the planets orbit around the sun. So
yeah,
you'll be able to check out, from the sun standpoint, it sees all the planets because they orbit around it. So it catches it all. You know what I'm saying? Everything has its own rotation around it. It takes us 365 days for us to get all the way around it and do a complete orbit, which is the annual year, as everybody knows. But, some planets take long, like the ones like Neptune out that way, it takes them a lot longer as far as their years for a complete year. But anyway, my thing is, it don't matter if you're on either of the planet, you're going to still be able to see neighboring bodies, heavenly bodies. They got their own moon, and you'll be able to still see the stars, and you'll be able to see, if you're close enough, maybe you have another planet off in the distance, just like we do with our telescope. And some with the naked eye, because on the evening time frame and early morning, you have Venus, that planet shines brightly, you'll be able to check it out. So I can actually visibly see that. So I'm looking at the shot from the moon, as they say, everything blacked out. And somebody decided to go ahead and, I guess, go ahead and throw the Earth in there halfway. And I'm like, well, why is the bottom part of it, why is the bottom part of it eclipsed out?
Because they're trying to say that's how the shadow look if you was to be
on Earth. No, because after all the time we've been on the planet, and every time we watch either a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, it always covered up from left to right or right to left. It didn't ever come up from the bottom or from the top.
Well, like I said, that's why I love that Smithsonian channel. And black people, my people, y'all need to get educated and watch that station when you don't go to the club. Just turn on that channel. They be having all kind of truthful stuff on that station. And they always like to show it at late at night when they know everybody's probably asleep or out clubbing somewhere.
No, I know how people do. So when you come back late night, you're going to still probably be still up a little bit body-wise. Don't light the blunt up, throw on the channel and just let it just soak. I'm pretty sure you're going to wake up in the next morning like, that was awesome last night. I just remember something that said on that.
I mean,
and it opened a whole floodgate.
I mean, yes, man, the way that guy was basically breaking that shit down, he was like saying, like, the atmosphere is just what the fuck it is. It's like that attic that you don't know damn well you ain't supposed to be going up there. If your daddy say don't go up there, you better not take your ass up there. You're gonna get in trouble. That's how it is with these rockets shooting up in space back in the day. You shooting that shit up there and it's gonna go to a certain height and it's supposed to come right back down. It's gonna come right back down because it's not supposed to go up there. You don't even supposed to leave this planet like that unless your ass die. And if you die, most people don't believe in reincarnation. But your energy of your body gonna go somewhere else and start all over again. But the thing is, they always try to find all kind of situations to get away from niggas quietly. They just ain't gonna tell us that, but that's the truth. They trying to go. They say, because when they say they get to the Earth, if they can get to a planet away from the Earth or whatever the case may be, they gonna be all these rich motherfuckers gonna be like, you know what? Y'all can have this dirt raggedy motherfucker. We finna move.
Yep. Now here's the thing. I want to add on to that. If everybody just start paying attention to what they give and then do your research on it, you'll blow your own damn mind. That's it.
Yeah.
The next time you hear something, I know, get something that you know you're going to love, because our people like drama and trauma. So grab the juicy drama or trauma feel, whatever, and then actually do some background research on it after they say what they're going to say. I guarantee it's going to be night and day. Night and day.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. A lot of us are afraid of change. You got people afraid to leave Mississippi to go and see other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? They like, I don't want to get on no airplane because I'm afraid it's gonna crash, or I don't want to get on the highway because I'm afraid I'm gonna have an accident. And it's like, motherfucker, you'll have a faster time dying in front of your front yard before you die out there on that road. And that's a scientific fact, because you're too worried about the out crowd instead of the in crowd. The in crowd is worse than the out crowd.
Okay. Now
you're too scared and worried about shit that really don't concern you.
Well, that's a human being. He wants to be able to control everything around him.
Yeah.
The problem. You're not able to do that. Because my thing is, let me tell you something, people. Let's just get it some brass tacks. I understand that there's levels to this thing. Becoming a man, then becoming to the point where I do things in a kingly way, and then one day be doing things in a godly way. That's the leveling up.
Right.
So the reason why I know I'm not there yet is because if you can say that you had a situation in your life where you came back and you had thoughts to yourself, by yourself, you was like, oh damn, I wasn't supposed to do that. Or I should have did that. That's nowhere near perfect. That means I'm out of control. I can't trust me. I don't think people understand it. They don't need to see it that way. This human nature that we have, it can't be trusted. Because if we make mistakes all the time, that means we ain't got it together. And I come to find out that even if you put forth your best effort, saying that, no, it's just me and I can fix that, I guarantee you it's going to be like trying to hold a hose, and it's got holes all in the water spewing out. And you trying your best to hold it down. And the pressure builds.
Yep. That's damn.
But yeah. It's got to get to a point where we start looking like Michael Jackson back again in the mirror and taking some self-reflection and seeing what the dirt on the shoulders, get that off. That's what it's all about.
Most definitely. Well, bro, I guess we done went an hour and 54 minutes in the paint. I think I'm going to play some music tonight. What you think, bro? You going to come on over?
Yeah. Definitely do that.
Play some hood music tonight. I said shout out to my bro DJ Too Much. He said he ain't doing the show tonight, so I might probably fill in for him. Matter of fact, what time is it? 8:45. I probably go ahead and start setting up. I can go ahead and start setting up now. We're gonna skip the news this time because I ain't nothing really in the news that they're talking about. They still trying to figure out what's going on with Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? But we already know what was on that behalf, and we ain't gonna even go into that because I don't want the algorithm. They already fucking with our views and shit with a certain thing we saying. So if we say anything about that, you already know they probably gonna black us out. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to keep.
I know my phone been acting up. I still gotta press my screen just to keep the screen up. They ain't never happened. Never.
Well, I mean, like I say, they know. Mr. Charlie know he fucking with us. You fucking with us, Mr. Charlie. We know it. We know it because you don't want the truth to get out there. You want the people to be deaf, dumb, and blind. We see you with all black on and the tie and the top hat. We see you out there, Mr. Charlie. We know you. You know you watching. You know what I'm saying? Stealing the views and trying to keep the people from being enlightened. Hey.
Tell the people about how some folks say they want to catch the show. You tell them what time it starts, and by the time they hop on, it's already over with. Tell them about it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They don't get no notifications no more. But like I said, we ain't seen our brother Drunk in a minute. You know, shout out to Drunk. You know what I'm saying? And Drunk said, man, he been missing shows left and right. And he said he don't know when we coming on, when we don't come on. He's on, you know what I'm saying? He said when he look up, we gone, we done gone. He be want to be a part of the conversation and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how these motherfuckers do.
And the panel is definitely open. Yeah. Get around it.
See, the reason why they like shit like that, they like doing shit like that because we talking about something that they know the people don't know about. But see, stuff like this right here, they'll let this ride all day long.
I used to be a hoe, but I ain't now no more.
God really working on you.
He is.
How long was your whole run?
My whole run lasted a long time. Way before BC and before Christ. The fuck I'm finna tell them that for? I used to be a stripper. I started dancing when I was like 15 years old.
You a praise dance at the church now, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm a praise dancer. I love the Lord.
Come on. Hey. Hey. Listen. Come on. I woke It's the fourth time. Listen, bro. Like, I go down there the fourth time.
Stop lying, boy. I know what you fuck you did last summer,
Now,
motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't need to heal, you feel me? So I went and fucked old little young boy, you hear me? I thank God that I ain't get no AIDS or nothing.
Hey, man.
But I had a little cocaine habit. You know, I've been clean for 13 years, so he's still trying to hold my past again.
That cocaine got your ass itching right now.
Yeah, no.
You just had
That's just the lotion. That's just the lotion.
Oh, that's the lotion.
The more I look at you, the more you smell like crack.
Your mama was on cocaine. Blah. Pow.
One crack.
Papa Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! Pop the baby up in me. You feel me?
Hey, let me see that booty hole. Hey, let me see that booty hole. Hey, 24 years old.
It ain't selling no more,
See, that's what they like. That's what they like to show. I bet. Now, if we were showing more of that, then we'll get the views out. We'll blow it out the park, bro. We'll blow it out the water. That's what they like.
Do you want a revolution? Huh? I said, do you want a revolution?
Think we might need to change up? Think we might need to change up the status quo and go into 2K?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
I already know they're not gonna like what we gonna say because it's gonna go right back to where we started. We ain't gonna be able to go into that into that type of energy because the way our mindsets are set up. So it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. Because when we try to get on that ignorant persona, it's not gonna work. Because it's gonna give you a headache, gonna make your blood pressure go up, and the Most High gonna.
I ain't gonna never get on no goddamn ignorant. That's like me stepping down from the throne, talking about I'm gonna get out here and be a squatter. Nah, dog. I'm a king. I'm a king. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna get kingly affairs messed up with Muppet affairs. Never. It ain't for me. I got higher business to attend to. Straight like that. Now everybody else can have it. I told you. When we be talking on it, I told you, everybody else, y'all can have it. I don't want it. I don't want none of that dumb shit. Straight like that. Because if y'all had y'all eyes open spiritually to see what's coming down the pipe right now, especially in the next few months, but not, y'all ain't ready. Never mind. Y'all ain't ready. Go ahead, dog. You got to shut up for, everything. That's all I got to say with everything. I just need to put that out there to the people.
All day.
Do you want a revolution?
Bro, that's why I said we gonna yield back on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and set up this not TikTok. What the fuck? Set up this Twitch, bro. I guess, do I need to send you? You might get the notification, I'm sure, that I'm finna go live.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you get the did you get the notification, or did I have to send you something?
I got the notification. You just go ahead and set on that.
Okay, well, I'm finna go on over here because I'm gonna go ahead and entertain the people with some music. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do some. I guess we'll do some of the early 2000 and 99 hip hop. How about that? Round here, yeah. You know what
That's one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, matter of fact, I probably started off. I might start the mix off with that.
But go ahead. I'm gonna go and get on from around here, and I'll be waiting to hear.
All right, bro. Let's go and get up out of here, man. And I'll see you over there.
Lou, bam.
All right. Yeah, this is going to conclude the podcast. Much love and respect to you guys, man. I'm finna get ready to go over here to Twitch and do my DJing thizzle. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to join, man, if y'all got Twitch, download Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And look me up, DJ Chaos _47, man. I'm finna get on the ones and twos and put it down. I mean, shout out to my Facebook family. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to come on over there, man. Don't let Facebook be your only endeavor. You know what I'm saying? Twitch is pretty straight. You know what I'm saying? We can play any music all day, every day, as long as we don't say it will be the copyright friendly bullshit. But at the same time, they don't fuck with us. Play any damn thing all day, every day, as long as we want. So come on to Twitch TV. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Chaos is getting ready to sign out so I can go ahead and set up this situation. You have a good night. Be safe, be easy. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And as always, use common sense and find out situation for yourself. And don't believe the hype on everything you see on television, because all of it is a stage act. Just like the man Shakespeare said, the world is a stage and we all actors on it. So I'm out. Your boy Chaos. I'm not gonna even play the music, goddamn. I'm just gonna go ahead and end it just like this. Y'all be safe, be easy. Have a good night.